It's Vike Nite.
What's up, Vike Nite Nation? This is Lucas coming to you with our first video in 2026. Obviously, the end of 2025, we lost a little bit of steam. The Vikings season didn't really go our way, but we're looking forward optimistically to the 2026 season. And with that being said, I wanted to take a look at the leadership of our team, specifically from the top down, the GM position. It is pretty well known by this point that our general manager, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, was fired directly after the end of the season. And all I really have to say about that is that, Kwesi, you tried. I love some of the free agent additions like Andrew Van Ginkel and Byron Murphy Jr., but I think we all saw the failure in the draft year after year, getting guys like Lewis Seen, Andrew Booth Jr., even to an extent, Jordan Addison, J.J. McCarthy. We'll see kind of how that pans out, but no real home runs in the draft from Kwesi, and I think the Vikings organization, the Wilfs, decided that they just couldn't do another year of watching this guy fumble around with the draft picks. So, fortunately, Kwesi is gone, and the team is in the hands of well-known executive Rob Brzezinski. So, Rob Brzezinski, for those who don't know, has been with the Vikings organization for 27 years now. And since 2014, he has served as the executive of football operations. Essentially, he's our salary cap guy. He is the one that makes the contracts work and keeps the Vikings under the salary cap year after year. And I would have to say that as far as roster construction goes, the Vikings year after year seem to find a way to have a very well balanced roster, offense and defense. They pay their stars. You hardly ever hear about, our star players just not getting the contract that they want or the contract that they deserve. He seems to take care of players ahead of time. I think about Danielle Hunter getting a huge deal before his rookie deal expired. I think about Jefferson's deal. Even to a certain extent, I think what they did with Kirk Cousins' massive contract to be able to restructure that and make it work year after year, I'd say Rob Brzezinski is pretty talented at what he does as far as the salary cap goes. What I think he has here is a real opportunity to make his mark on this franchise. This feels like a job audition to me. He pretty much has full control of the draft and free agency. Obviously, heavily influenced by our two coaches. You got Kevin O'Connell as our offensive coach and head coach, and we have Brian Flores obviously returning as our defensive coordinator. And I feel like head coach of the defense. It kind of feels like there might be two strong leaders emerging from this team, not just Kevin O'Connell. I think B-Flow is on the hot seat to become our next head coach if Kevin O'Connell and his regime fail to produce on offense again. So I think this is a golden opportunity for Rob Brzezinski. Let's say he goes out and trades up in the draft, gets a bona fide superstar. I'm looking for a running back. I'm looking for people on the back end, elite corners or safeties. Let's say he finds that guy and makes some great moves in free agency and it gets our roster looking dynamite for 2026. I think that is more than enough reason to retain him as the general manager. All I've ever heard about Rob Brzezinski is great things, and I don't know what direction the Vikings want to take, but it sounds like really they are looking for their coaches to be making decisions on who they want for personnel. This kind of feels like an all or nothing year, and if it doesn't work out, it is probably the end of Kevin O'Connell's time as our head coach. With this being said, I feel like Flores is kind of stepping up. It feels like he should have gotten a head coach position in this most recent round of coaches interviewing, and he didn't. And the reason I think he didn't is because of the ongoing lawsuit that he has against the NFL for their discrimination. So I think Flores is ultra talented. I think he is a genuine, true leader of men, and he should be a head coach in this league. And if he goes out and shows that his side of the ball is superior to Kevin O'Connell's offense, I think he may be our coach in 2027. So there is a massive shift in power right now. We have a change in GM, maybe have our GM of the future that we can promote from within in Rob Brzezinski. We have a head coach that's definitely on the hot seat, cannot go out and produce as poorly as he did on offense. We're going to lose Justin Jefferson. We're going to waste this first round pick in J.J. McCarthy if he does not get this thing turned around. I think Brian Flores is the head coach going forward. So crazy things are afoot, and we're just getting started. We haven't even gotten to the draft. We haven't even gotten to free agency. I'm excited to watch it unfold, as always, with all of you. And that's where I turn the question to the audience. What do you want to see from the Vikings going forward? Do you think Rob Brzezinski could be our GM, or do you think that there's another approach that they can take? And after they get their GM situation figured out, what do we do about these coaches? Is Kevin O'Connell going to prove that he truly is the quarterback whisperer and lead us to a new direction in 2026? Or is Brian Flores going to emerge as the defensive-minded head coach of our future? I'm excited to hear what you all think. Expect a lot more content coming soon. We're going to be covering the draft. We're going to be going over every single free agent, and looking forward to bringing you guys more great Vikings content as the year goes on. So, Skol Vikes, let's stay optimistic for 2026 and hope for a great year.
It's Vike Night.